What's up, guys? Matthew, getting ready to watch Season 2, Episode 2 of Oshi no Ko. Last we saw, we got a real sort of focused episode on La 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 and the production of Tokyo Blade. We sort of got introduced to some of our main actors. Obviously, Aqua, Kana, and Akane, but also Himikawa Goa, the creator of the Tokyo Blade story, Biko, who is fucking shit up, fucking the script up. And by fucking the script up, I mean fixing it, fixing all the shitty mistakes that these adapters made. I very much liked the first episode. It was already one of my favorite episodes of the show. I'm hoping that we do get some focus on Biko Machi. Not necessarily like I need it this episode, but I do want to see them pretty soon and their continuation of their careers, as well as I do want to see a couple of scenes of them in school. Again, this isn't a complaint. I was just actually thinking, I feel like the first couple episodes, I feel like the school storyline would be a little bigger part of the story, and that's not been the case so far. Again, not a complaint. I'm not saying I need it. I like the other aspects of the story more. I do want to see a couple scenes of that, and obviously I do want Frill and Minami to play a part in the story somehow. So I'm very excited to get into the episode. I want to hop into it. If you guys like the video, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. I am multiple weeks ahead over there. If you want to check the YouTube comments and see the exact episode I'm on, if you're interested, I'd really appreciate it. And if you enjoy the content that I make, I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. Let's get into it. Not impressed. Not impressed. This shit sucks! Rip up the scripts! I'm fixing this. Flashing back a little bit. Okay, that's where the 2.5 in the animation comes from, I think. Seem kind of nervous. Yeah. We know how we got the job. You gotta prove yourself, Mel. We did not like your performance last time. Oh wow, first time? It's been 9 months? What the fuck? Well, it's been like a couple weeks. Look, the role you were in and the production wasn't really made to make you feel challenged. Why don't you say your full name, buddy? Right. He looks awesome. He looks like I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it pretty soon. But he looks like a Jujutsu Kaisen character. Sakuya. Ah, Mita. No, too many people. Too many people. I missed like 3 names. I missed 3 names. I'm sorry, guys. It went too fast. This guy is not 19. Oh, I was gonna say, you're gonna knock this motherfucker out. Oh, this guy's me in school. Don't give 2 shits studying or practicing. Are there gonna be secret rivalries and hatred brewing between the actors? All this shit, the readings and all that, worth nothing. It's gonna be changed. Hey, girlfriend. It's been a while. I know, kinda jealous.
なんかあったら相談するな。
Mel.
あの
No,
二
you
人
gotta prove
付き合ってる
yourself.
んだっけ？リアリティショーでどうのこうのって。
Think they're boning?
そういう流れになってるみたいね。でもあくまでビジネスみたいよ。それ
Okay, stop compensating for something, buddy.
向こうは役柄上でもいい名付けだし、狙ってのキャスティングなんかな。マッチしてていいんじゃね？
私は役者のリアリティノイズになるから好きじゃないけどね。基本的に観客が持つ情報ってのは一律に揃えた方が演出は広く刺さるものなのに、プロモ側が
I think, especially within the first 14 episodes or 13 something, 13 episodes of something I've watched, this is the most jealous character I've ever seen. Not only just in anime, but in TV in general.
あの時は座長だったからね。現場の空気悪くしたくなかっただけ。私はこういうのがすよ。
The real jealous
そん
Kana.
な気を使わなくてよかったのに。
Dude, this music is so good.
俺たちは共演シーン多いし、演技で見返すよ。
Let's see it.
元アシスタントとはいえ、もう鮫島さんは一発の作家。それどこ
Okay,
ろ
that's,
か
I was, part of me was wondering why, like, she's walking around to help her.
大ヒットの週刊漫画家が直々に飲みに誘っ
Dude, her eye, dude, the eye animation in this show is so fucking beautiful.
それで相談って
They're ruining my stuff.
アニメ化経験もドラマ化経験も
They're ruining the adaptation. You need to give me the confidence to stand up.
わからなくて、いろいろ言いたいことはあるけど、どこまで言っていいのかな。
I also want to say this, and I'll say this real quick. I don't want to talk over them. But the reason I'm so intrigued in the storyline is because it's actually my dream to write something and then adapt it into a show or a movie or something like that. So I'm very interested in this.
私に何かできるってわけじゃないけど、いいわよ。言ってあげる。
よかった。
Just need an ally to stand behind me while I yell at these fucking buffoons. Check, please. Sorry.
まあ、こういうのは年上が払うものだから。2軒目行きましょう。
あ、その前に歯磨きいいですか。
Oh my
私
god.
何か食べた後はすぐ磨かないと気持ち悪くて。
ああ、
Don't want to disrespect her, but what a freak. Oh no, she's got a secret. She's got a secret.
ロイの漫画業界の中でも、アビコ先生はなかなか癖が
Are you
強い。
hiding something, Abiko?
漫画は最悪一人でも描けるけど、メディア化は多くの人が関わる分、
Need to be able to communicate and get along with people.
だと好き勝手やられがちなのは事実としてあるものの、原作者が変に出張って現場が混乱するなんて話もそこら中で耳にする。だから、
I wonder if
あ
that'll
る程度
happen.
の押し引きが必要なわけで、その点、アビコ先生は
She's a fucking hermit. A hermit freak. Germaphobe. Don't go in there. She's doing something weird. Okay. Maybe I misrepresented what she is.
Huh?
Never mind. Oh my god, she's raw dogging.
Huh?
Double fisting them toothbrushes.
ダブル歯磨きです。歯ブラシ2つ使えば2倍の速度で磨けるじゃないですか。
They would fucking fucking sword fighting. Oh, I shouldn't do that. That's a weird.
全部ってさすがにそれはもうこの脚本で OK
Goa's having a fucking panic attack.
あと20日ですし。
私は何度も直してくださいって言いましたよ。でも実際動いているところを見ればこの脚本でいいのがわかるっていうか
And it's not a good script.
本当にいいなら OK ですけどって言いました。でも良くないから OK じゃないですよ。
Oh my god, she's a badass. And she knows her fucking work and she's not gonna stand back, and I like that.
まず謝らせてください。もちろん今からでも直せるところは直すつもりです。しかしですね、事前に何度かやり取りさせていただいて、
You need to give a little.
最大限意図を組んだ。
I like focusing on Goa too, because we make, as a society, as viewers, we are really angry at the adapters, but it's a hard fucking job.
出てないんですね。どう直せばいい？本当に東京ブレード読んでくれてますか？
もちろんよ。
I mean, we know Kindaichi didn't finish it, but Goa seems like a fan.
原作の魅力を引き出すための脚本を。
読んだ上でこれなんですか？あなたが挙げてくる脚本。
Oh my god, dude, she's scary and I like her.
ばっかり。別に天 界を変えるのはいいんです。でもキャラを変えるのは。
Oh, fucking change Princess Kaya back. I described it as a baby.
それは演劇というメディアの性質上。いえ。
I like this storyline, this La 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 storyline.
どれだけ言っても治ってないんです
Please
よ。
don't beat me.
私が舐められてるだけなのかなと思ってたら、脚本家の方が純粋に理解できてないみたいですね。
Oh my god, dude, she is coming at Goa.
この人ちょっと創作者としてのセンスが。アビコ先生
You're going too far. Goa's gonna go sit in a corner and cry now.
ちゃぶ台返しかしら。
Again, I want to repeat. I feel like Goa's role, typically, especially from a fan perspective, is very vilified, and I like seeing a sort of human aspect of it, where he's just trying to do his job.
おそらくアビコ先生は上がった脚本に不満があったのだろう。
Convinced her to let it go for a little bit.
で修正指示を書いて送りつけたに違いない。ただし原作者と脚本家の間には多くの大人が仲介し、リライティングはほぼほぼ伝言ゲームになる。
I like that.
取らないセンス型なので、その意図は編集者にも汲み取れない可能性がある。
ここが見せ場なのに全然エモくない。全然治ってない。
Oh my god, she's about to fucking spontaneously combust.
今回の原作サイド、舞台のこと何も分かってないっぽいな。
Oh my. I love this breakdown of how this works behind the scenes.
方向でそんな感じでゴアちゃんに投げといて。
ああ、原作者の意図としては心情の出し方を情緒あふれる形にしてほしいそうです。
じゃあ
Very watered down.
もっと
Game of Telephone is a perfect way to describe the creative process of an adaptation.
互いがベストを尽くそうとする中で発生する齟齬や、それをうまく翻訳できない仲介者、さまざまな要因で原作者と脚本家は今日もどこかで揉めているのだ。アビコ先生の怒りも突然湧いて出たものではない。
I mean, it's her work. And even if you're like selling it off to someone, you want to see it portrayed well.
のだろう。
正直この脚本家の人、私の作品に向いてないんじゃないですか。
I like Goa.
ほら、ここの修正とか聡明さが消えてバカな女にしか見えない。
He seems like an innocent guy just trying to do his job, and he seems like a fan too. Again, maybe I'm buying the lie.
脚本書かせてください。
いや、ちょっとそれは編集部的にもあれでしょう。
いやもう本当に
絶対にやります。じゃなきゃこの
Fire this fucking bum.
先生、それやったらいろいろと。
違約金って何千万とかでしょ。いいですよ。
Jesus. It's her work.
いいんです。結局会社が出すことになるんですよ。
じゃあ出して。
アビコ先生の意向がこうらしいので、そういう形にはできませんか。
Force her to work with Goa.
千葉も。
私
Okay.
ギャラいらないんで。名義もそのままで。脚本家さんには普通にギャラ払ってください。
Jesus.
関わらなくていいです。
Oh my god. I mean, hey, that's a win for Goa. You get the credit of the writing quality of the original author and you get paid for it, but I would assume that a part of him isn't comfortable with that.
上の人が何か言ったら簡単に首をすげ替えられる。こんなのはね、よくあることなんだ。
It's funny. He's talking about the position that I would want to be in life.
少し違えば憎まれ嫌われ、つまらなかったらファンから戦犯のように晒し上げられて、面白かったら全部原作の手柄。
So that's exactly what I was talking about. His role of an adapter is the most scrutinized role by fans.
っていう感じなんだけど。
降ろされるのは別に構いません。ただ、クレジットからは。
Oh damn! I knew that's how he would feel, but
書き直したものをあたかも自分の脚本みたいに出すのは僕。
get yourself into the room, right with her.
もう表にスタッフは発表しちゃってるし、ポスターもパンフもすり直しでコストがな。
And also, I feel like fans of it would panic if there's been a new name removed from it.
ないと思ってる。今回のもいい脚本だと胸を張って言えるよ。 どうか今回は事故に遭ったと思ってどうか飲んでくれないかな。
He's got pride in his work.
わかりました。クレジットはままで構いません。今度飯をおごってくださいよ。
Go in there
本当申し訳ない。
and at least write a little bit. Ooh, I
原
like
作は
this.
本誌で
Focus on
1話から
Goa.
読んでいる。
Is he
他の
like a
仕事の
super
スケジュール
fan?
ずらしてまで受けた仕事。いい舞台になるように魂込めて脚本書いた。
Oh, this is me. This is who I want to be in the future.
秒で作業した。無茶な注
I
文に
I've got a lot of. It'll come out that he's the fucking killer or some shit like that. But I feel very connected to him already.
頑張ったつもりなんだけどな。
He's gonna have a
この
fucking
人ちょっ
fit.
と創作者としてのセンス
That is heartbreaking, especially by his idol, to be called a bum.
畜生。
Look, rewrite a script and show it to her. Just don't sit and
というわけ
wimp
で
out.
一旦脚本が白紙に戻った。原作サイドとの交渉の後、新しい脚本が上がり次第連絡をする。それまで稽古
Oh my god, dude, we're gonna have even less time to redo this whole script.
ちょっとね。原作者が許諾しないものは勝手にやるこ
Dude,
と。
this I'm gonna keep calling this the Death Note theme of Oshinoko. I love it. Death Note has my favorite OST of any anime.
期間多く取りたいんだけど。
そういやその
Who's that
ステージアラウンドって何？
知らないで稽古してたの？それ分かってなきゃイメージできなくない？
劇のステージなんてほとんど同じだろ。
No!
なんだよ。
アクア君、舞台そんなに好きじゃないでしょ。
気づかれたか。
そら
Again, he's me. Theater never spoke to me. I'm ready to learn about it, but
場面転換のたびにセット入れ替えてテンポ悪いし、可動式のセットは安っぽい。劇特有の
again, I don't want to shit on theater. It's just I've never been shown an amazing play.
洋文化なんて声もあった。でもその答えはちょっと古いかな。役者がその認識じゃちょっと困るよ。
Hey, prove me wrong. Prove Aqua wrong.
なんだよ。
I mean, I would assume that a stage around play is what we saw in the first scene of the season, and I really liked the vibe of it.
演劇は映像より上位の体験型コンテンツだって教えてあげる。
Yo, this music is incredible. It's the ending theme, so was another fantastic episode of Oshinoko. I can, without a doubt, 100,000% say that the last two episodes, specifically that episode, the peak of the show for me, probably. This arc is so intriguing for me personally. I want to repeat, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm overstep, but this is what I would like to do one day. I would. It is my dream, and I've said this to many people. I got a film degree for this reason. My dream is to be an author, and then to be an advisor on the adaptation of it into a different form of media, whether it be a TV show or a movie or something like that, a video game. So this is so again, I'll talk about the entertainment side in a minute, but this is just so intriguing. Like I said last episode, I wouldn't necessarily go as far as say this is the most realistic portrayal of an adaptation screenplay being written of all time. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying for me, I've surprisingly really never interacted with media that is about this or goes through this process. So a part of me is, not only sitting there entertained by the characters and the story, but I'm just sitting back this is really, it's detailed and it's step by step. It doesn't, even though it's about characters and obviously there's the revenge plot going on, it doesn't just breeze past the technical side of it. In fact, it focuses on it. It makes it a huge part, and that's because, some of the major journeys of our main characters are them, growing through or growing up, going up into getting better at this industry, and sort of the hardships of it, the challenges, the hecticness, the chaoticness, and I'm so entertained by that aspect. Specifically, I already love Abiko and Goa. I think so far those are the two new characters that I love the most. Obviously, they're the ones that have been focused on the most. But I do want to repeat. I think that that episode right there is probably my favorite episode of the show. I like this whole La 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 storyline so much. And I really, going back to the Abiko Goa thing, I really like it. Starting with Goa, like I said at the beginning, or I even said this last episode, I think, when you're adapting something, and they even said it an exact thing, like if you're adapting something and it's good, it's always, oh, well, they had such a great foundation to build off of. And if it's shitty, you are solely blamed for ruining the greatest story of all time. And it's a very human struggle, you know what I mean? Especially, I'm not a victim. Well, I will say this, and I think a lot of people can sort of agree with me here. There is nothing worse as a fan of something to see a shitty adaptation or a shitty sequel. Again, it's a selfish thought, but it hurts, especially when it's something you really personally care about. There are certain works of mine that my favorite book series of all time, A Song of Ice and Fire. The first 4 seasons of the Game of Thrones show are fantastic, and then the refusal to adapt certain things and the skipping of certain things, and then obviously the fact that the books aren't even finished, it gets really, really shitty. So, and it whether or not it's selfish or it's unrealistic, like I will admit, it really hurts as a fan. And the people who do get blamed for that the most are the 2 showrunners. So it's a tough situation, okay? I think I've done a lot of, again, I don't want anyone to think I'm talking myself up as like some fucking 5-star film degreeist, or, you know what I mean? But I've done projects where I've had to sort of, not necessarily adapt, but shrink stuff, take something that's 10 pages and make it 5 pages and then make it 3 pages. It's really fucking hard to do. It's really hard to do. And in fact, I would argue getting my film degree, those projects or those classes were the hardest part. Shrinking down larger stories is so insanely hard. I know, just to give a quick little story, in one of my classes, you had to turn in like a 2-page essay or a story or something like that, and I purposefully turned in like an 8-page story because I was so happy and interested and intrigued with what I was writing that I knew that it was pretty damn good, that I literally just went, okay, when I handed it in to the professor, I was like, hey, this is extra long. I know that I'm going to take a hit on that aspect of the grade, but I know that the quality of the writing will sort of even it out, and it did. It got me like a B+ or something like that. So I sort of am really connected to this story and this little rivalry between Abiko and Goa. I do really hope that Goa, again, I don't want to say like he needs to man the fuck up, I'm not saying that, but I do hope he sort of gains some confidence and sort of, he seems like a really, really big fan of this media. I hope that he goes sort of toe to toe with Abiko in this regard. Obviously, Abiko knows what the fuck she's talking about, but I would definitely not be surprised if we see a little storyline where it's not the greatest theater screenplay. And maybe Abiko turns in a shitty play. Again, not story-wise, it'll be really good, but as the theater aspect of it, it won't necessarily land, and maybe Goa will need to go back and revise and work with her to have a nice little meet in the middle, and that way the story will be more fit for theater, but also the characters will be have an expanded role, like Abiko was really focusing on in her anger. That was my favorite episode of the show. I must say, and I don't know if that's recency bias. I just watched the episode, obviously, but it really hit for me. It really hit, and I really enjoyed it. I'm very intrigued to see Melt have a nice little sort of, I guess you could say, redemption arc. He's either gonna have a redemption arc or he's gonna prove the fact that he's a bum. But I do want him to prove himself. I mean, and again, like, I love like the Bikomachi stuff and this revenge plot, but I think my favorite part of this is just seeing some of these systems and seeing some of these sort of realistic explorations of how stories are created, behind the scenes. And I really like that. Like not even just from the writing perspective, because I am like I said, a writer, an author. I want to be a screenwriter. But also just from the perspective of like people who want to be actors, people who want to be singers. I like seeing people who have a goal, who have a future that they want to build to, and them going up each rung of the ladder. I really like that, and having different interactions, and having positive experiences and negative experiences, and being self-confident, and then also hating on yourself for something that you think that you maybe didn't perform as well as you could have. I think that this is a very easy show to relate to. Again, I don't want to get too personal here, but for me, growing up and realizing what I wanted to do, and realizing some of the stuff that I was really passionate about and I wanted to do it my whole life, was a big part of my character, if that makes sense. Like doing the YouTube videos, right now, this is my sort of main focus in the creative aspect of my life, is making these videos, and I want to expand them. I want to do even more, not just reaction videos and reaction content, but I think that it's very important, especially when you're younger, to sort of have a goal, have a dream, and try to pursue it. I know a lot of people whom just did a job to get money, and there's nothing wrong with that, and especially in a capitalistic society, as me as an American live into, it's hard not to sort of make money the main focus, so I don't blame anyone. But I think from a happiness perspective, that pursuit of doing something you're very passionate about is so integral to happiness, like I said. So seeing people portray, or focus on their dreams, and try to do something that they genuinely love, that at some points it might not give you the most money, at points it might not be the thing that you're the best at, but it's what you want to do. So I think me especially, and I would assume a lot of people, that's why they love seeing the characters go through their journeys on this show, because like I said, and I want to repeat, I fucking love this revenge plot they set up. I love this is the school, even though they haven't really focused on it a lot. I love the school, but at its core, I think the main point of this show is just seeing people who have a dream try to conquer that. And like I said, going into specifics with the protagonist, Aqua, I see his story, obviously, as he's hell-bent on revenge right now, and it's sort of sucking his soul away, and I feel like that passion, that dreams, those goals will seep back into his life, and he will sort of take inspiration from his mother, and obviously take inspiration from his sister and the people around him, the girls around him, to sort of, again, I don't necessarily want to say like give up the revenge or anything like that, because I don't think it's as simple as that, but not just focus on the revenge, focus on building himself a good career, a good life, a happy life, one that he can be proud of his body of work. So I don't know. I think there is an argument to be made that this show, already, after watching, 13 episodes, a part of me, thinks that this is one of the most, connected I've ever been to a story, and it's because of the, again, not just the characters, but the fundamental, this is about sort of acting and screenwriting and singing and that. And I'm sort of really intrigued by that career path. So, I'm very happy with the show so far, especially season 2. Like I said, I've said it a couple times. The season 2 has already started off like if season 1 was here, I loved it. Season 2 is already here. It's already a decent step above what I saw last season. So, I hope that they can continue ramping up. Again, I'll repeat it. It's not something I need right now, but it's something that I want to make sure we get to. I do want to see Bikomachi. And we got 0 Ruby that episode. My only slight complaint of the story so far, as a whole, Oshinoko, is the fact that Ruby hasn't been focused on as much as I would have liked her to. I feel like I really need her to get some more focus. Again, it's not a complaint yet. I just want to repeat, I want some Ruby and I want some Bikomachi. So, but other than that, I think that's going to be it. As you can tell, I'm very hyped and I'm very passionate about the show so far. The characters and all that. I'm very excited to see how they continue this La 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 storyline, which I will say has been my favorite storyline already by far, and it's only lasted 2 episodes. So I'm so excited. Again, I don't know if this... I could see a world in which this Tokyo Blade story takes up the entire season, and not that that's a complaint, just sort of an observation. I mean, I feel like Aqua will have a big breakthrough with some sort of hint or clue about the murderer by the end of the season or near the end of the season. I feel like this Tokyo Blade production is such a big challenge and such a big sort of piece of work in front of him that he will, story-wise, not like he personally has to, but I think story-wise, if you put your protagonist through such a challenge, they need to be rewarded by that challenge or for that challenge. So I do think that he will learn some sort of piece of important information at the end of the season. So other than that, I'm very excited to watch the next episode. I will see you guys in a couple days. If you guys do like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. Please subscribe if you like my Oshinoko reactions. And if you want to see them faster, full length on Patreon, check it out. Other than that, I'll see you guys. Have a good one.